Hi and welcome to another session of Accountancy with me, Vishwanath Sir. For the 12th standard, we are doing accounting ratios and we shall continue with it. Last, when we finished off, we discussed what is liquid ratio and we also did a sum in regard to the liquid ratio. Now let us go a little bit ahead with the liquid ratio and then go to the next ratio, which will be your long-term solvency ratios. Now, your first, they have given you current liabilities as 50,000, they have given you current assets as 80,000, and they have given you inventory is 25, prepaid 5, and trade receivables 30,000. Now, current liability is the same because the denominator of your liquid ratio is current liability, so it is 50. Your current assets total is 80,000. From this, I need to minus 25,000 of inventories and 5,000 of prepaid expenses because that is not to be included in your quick ratio or liquid ratio. Okay, so from my total of 80,000 of current assets, I am going to minus 25,000 first, then I am going to minus 5,000. Okay, so that will give me my liquid assets. My liquid assets will be 50,000 and my current liabilities is also 50,000, the ratio of which is 1:1. Okay, now let us do one small type of sum. The current ratio is given as 4:1 and the quick ratio is given as 2.5:1. The current ratio, repeating again, is given as 4.5:1 and the quick ratio is given as 2.5:1. Okay, now the inventories are also given as 25,000. Okay, what do we do in this case? If you see, your current ratio is 4:1. That means 4 is your current assets and 1 is your current liabilities. Now your quick ratio is 2.5:1, which means these are quick assets. Okay, so from 4x you minus 2.5x, it will be equal to 22,500. From 4x you minus 2.5x, it will be equal to 22,500. That is 1.5x is equal to 22,500. So x is 15,000. So your current liabilities is 15,000 and your current assets is 4 multiplied by 50,000 because it was 4:1, so it becomes 60,000. Just repeating again, you have been given your current ratio as 4:1, you've been given your liquid ratio as 2.5:1, okay, and they have given you the stock as a certain figure called 22,500. So if you take your current assets and if you take your quick assets and you minus the two, the difference is your stock. So 4x minus 2.5x is equal to x. Okay, so x figure what you get will be your current liabilities. So 1.5x is equal to 22,500. So x is equal to 15,000. So x is your current liabilities, and in your first ratio, if you remember, it was 4:1. So you multiply 15,000 by 4, you will get 60,000. That is your current assets. Okay, so in this case we have found out the current assets and also found out the current liabilities also. Fine. So with this, I don't think so we need to do any more sums in regard to quick ratios. We shall go to the next ratio altogether. The next ratio there we are going to do 4 ratios in this. The first is known as debt to equity or debt equity ratio. There is total assets to debt, there is proprietary ratio, and there is interest coverage ratio. So first let's do the debt equity ratio. Very simple ratio, debt upon equity. Okay, what is your debt equity ratio or debt to equity ratio? Debt upon equity. Now what is debt? Debt is basically your long term borrowings or your non-current liabilities. What is debt? Your non-current liabilities or your long-term borrowings. So debt upon equity. Equity will be your shareholders' funds, which will also be your reserves and surplus and share capital together. Okay, so this is a very easy concept, debt upon equity. So in this particular sum, they have given you share capital as 1 lakh. So write it down, share capital 1 lakh, which means it is equity. General reserve as 45,000, which means again it is equity. So this equity becomes now 1,45,000. Then they have given you surplus, again that is also your equity. So if you are adding these three, that is your share capital, your general reserve and your surplus, you will be getting 1,75,000. 1,75,000 is your denominator, which is your equity, and they have given you debt, debentures and long-term provisions. These are your debts. Okay, these are your debts or long-term borrowings or non-current liabilities. So that is 1 lakh. So 1 lakh divided by 1,75,000 is going to be your debt equity ratio. Okay, that is going to be your debt equity ratio, that is 0.57:1. Okay, let's take up one more example in debt equity ratio. Your total assets is 1,25,000. Your debts are 1 lakh. Your total assets are 1,25,000. Your total debts, that is your external debts, are 1 lakh. And your current liability is 1,50,000. Okay, so in this condition, what happens is that your total assets is 1,25,000 and your liabilities also, your assets should be 1,50,000. Okay, your liabilities also should be 1,50,000. Now the debt which they have got, the debt is nothing but 1 lakh minus 50,000. So debt is how much? 1 lakh minus 50,000. 1 lakh is your total debts and 50,000 is your current debts. So your debt is equal to 50,000. Now your shareholders funds is nothing but your total assets minus your total debt. Your total assets is 1,25,000. Why they are telling total assets is 125? Because your total liability is also 1,25,000. So from your total debts, if you minus the total assets, you will get your equity, that is 25,000. So you put the equation, it will become 50,000 upon 25,000, that is 2:1. Okay, so this basically was your debt equity ratio. We can have one more example. The long-term borrowings is given as 2 lakhs. Long-term borrowings means it is debt. Long-term provision is given as 1 lakh. That also is debt. Okay, your non-current assets and non-current liabilities is given as non-current assets and current assets are given as 3,60,000 and 90,000, which means the total of your assets is 4,50,000. Also, they have given the current liability is 50,000. So your non-current liabilities 3 lakhs plus your current liabilities 50,000 will give you 3,50,000. You minus 3,50,000 from 4,50,000, that will give you your equity of 1 lakh. Okay, so your debt to equity ratio is, debt is 2 lakhs, that is your long-term borrowings, plus 1 lakh, that is your long-term provisions, that is 3 lakhs. So 3 lakhs divided by 1 lakh, that is your equity. The answer is 3:1. The answer is 3:1. So that is your debt equity ratio. From the debt equity ratio, I go to the next ratio. Okay, that is the total assets upon debt ratio, the total assets to debt ratio. Now the formula is very simple. It is total assets, that is your non-current assets and current assets upon debt. Okay, so we just need to do 1 or 2 sums in this basis. They have given you long-term debts as 16 lakhs and they've given you total assets as 24 lakhs. So what is your total assets to debt ratio? Your total assets is in the numerator and your debt is in the denominator. Your debt is in the denominator. So you divide your total assets by total debts, that is 24 lakhs that is given in the sum, and long term debts is given as 16 lakhs. So it's 24 lakhs upon 16 lakhs, which is 1.5 is to 1. Okay, which is 1.5 is to 1. Okay, so that was your total assets to debt ratio. Kindly revise these two ratios. We meet again tomorrow, continuing the same topic. Thank you so much. This is Vishwanath sir signing off.